Hey everyone. I kind of just want to spend today talking with the camera about a couple of things that have been happening in the past, like a year, I guess, in my life that I haven't really been super vocal about. It's April 29th, didn't mean to do that. It's about 1 o'clock, 12:30 o'clock in the afternoon. And today was the day I had the field trip for my university class. And the way those field trips usually work is you can just kind of go and then get the attendance picture taken with you in it and then just go home. You don't really have to do anything. But this time our professor, or you could stay and do whatever you want. And we went to the park, Seoul Land Park, which is like a theme park, but also it has like a zoo. I don't know where the heck I am. But I wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to go to the thing to get the picture and then go home. Or maybe if one of my friends in the class wanted to go, I would go or something, but I don't know. Not really that, I'm not really that serious about it. But my friend that I wanted to come with had an obligation at work and he couldn't come. Or he couldn't stay. He came, but he couldn't stay. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I need to go. Anyway, but our professor bought us like tickets. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go. Why not? It sounds like fun. So I don't know. This zoo is really horrible, and it makes me really sad. Which I thought would be because it's just like abusive conditions, but I thought it would be a good place to have this discussion. I could show some of the animals, talk about what's been going on in my life, the good, the bad, the ugly. Most of it is bad and ugly, but it's alright, it'll be fine in the end. It's on the up and up, it's just like not a great time right now. It's that weird, bittersweet transition period. And I'm sorry in advance for the faces and for the angles. I don't care about how this looks. Oh, two of them. Can't see them very well. Little fennec foxes in their tiny habitat where they can't really burrow very well, so that's kind of sad. This, I think, is the prairie dog habitat, which again, they can't burrow super great, but that isn't the prairie dogs. It's cactus. I don't know. We'll figure. Either way. They're not out right now. They're probably in the underneath section. But there's like a bunch of kids on a field trip today, and I don't want to block their way from being able to see the underground burrow section. So I'm not going to bother with it. I've already seen it. Prairie dogs are an extremely common exhibit at my hometown zoo. Oh, I'm gonna go under a tiny little doorway. Sorry, I got really close to the camera. I try to avoid all the children because I don't want to interrupt their field trip and their friends need time. It's my sad adult life or whatever. I don't really care. I just don't want to be in the way. I don't want to interrupt. The teachers already have a hard enough time on field trips. And the kids are having a great time and I don't want to interrupt that. So I think I know where I am now. I figured it out. Oh, there's the hippo. Oh, it's just a lump in it. That is the hippo. It's pretty flippin' hot today, so I can imagine none of the animals really want to be out. That's like the Mudang kind of hippo, the pygmy hippos. I think that's the same one. And then on this side should be the big hippo. No? I'm a liar. I don't know where it is. Anyway, so as you may know, around this time last year, I was deeply involved in the Native Teachers Union with KGLU. And in June, or end of May, early June, was elected to be the chairperson of the branch. And I really enjoyed it for a while. Oh my god, there's a big hippo. Here. He's laying down in the sun. Is it okay? Oh my god. I'm worried. big baby. Right there. That's the hippopotamus. Anyway, I had pretty high hopes for it for a while, and then I found my classmates. Then the emotional abuse kicked in. And they started, I say they, it was the other officers. They started being extremely abusive, extremely manipulative, and then they started a smear campaign against me to basically discredit me because I have no idea why. I guess it's because I wasn't putting up with their nonsense. They genuinely didn't know what they were doing with starting a labor union. And I was trying my best to get this thing strong enough off the ground so I can have a union to be a part of. And they didn't seem to want that. They seemed to want clout and, a bolster for their reputation. And them having to admit that they still had things to learn seemed to be too much for them to handle, and they started attacking me. It got to the point where I wanted to end my life. Multiple times I almost did. I was having panic attacks, I was screaming, I was crying, trauma, just like really bad stuff. I was having a panic attack every time I got a notification from the app we used to chat. More people started joining in, and then when I would come out with my experience to the members with receipts included, I would get dismissed, denied, attacked, all by the friends of the officers who were doing this on purpose. It was really sad. And it kind of ruined everything for me. And then, because I was only hanging on because I thought the headquarters would help. Because I thought that our headquarters would... Ooh. I saw a classmate. I thought the headquarters would support the strength of the union, and the headquarters had been telling me all the stuff that the other officers were doing in private that was so bad for like an entire year. And they seemed angry about it, and then they just stopped helping. And I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. And I honestly don't think that they ever cared. I think they wanted us to pay our dues every month. And I think they wanted the publicity of having the native English teachers, among non-native English teachers as well, part of their organization as a sign of power. Like, oh, look, even foreigners are with our cause here. And if you don't understand the political aspects of Korea right now, it's going to sound really arrogant, but it genuinely is what it is. Because right now Korea has a lot of political division, and having foreigners that you deem, or that they deem higher status, I guess, like Americans, UK, native English speakers, and then also other quote-unquote rich Western countries, helps bolster your cause if you have them on your side. It's very shallow, it's very stereotypy, it's very not a good vibe if you actually care about the labor union part of things. And it was shown that that's all they cared about, was the appearance of power, the appearance of strength, and the appearance of influence. And they didn't want to actually do any of the work to develop any of that themselves. And that was a direct mirror of what the other officers in the Native Teachers branch were doing. And so, sorry, there was a bug. They were never going to support me. They were never going to support the cause. They were only going to support the appearance of the cause, which will kill the cause. I resigned in a moment of just like horrific abuse. I resigned from my position as chairperson and I withdrew from the union, and I was bullied all the way out. I think one of the girls behind me got like a bee or something like that. Or a bug fell on. There was a lot of bugs today. But in a moment of that like horrific abuse and everything, I left, and they bullied me out so hard. Like, they made fun of my age. They made fun of how I talk. They made fun of who I am. They ridiculed me and bullied me. And then at the end, someone finally stood up and said, "Hey, why is everyone treating her like this? What did she do?" And then that caused a few more people to stand up and ask the same questions. Because the whole time, all I had been doing was asking genuine questions to help further the status of the union. In terms of like functionality status, not even like hierarchy status. And then also exposing corruption I was seeing in the union. People were saying I was manipulative. They said I was weaponizing my mental health. At one point, one of the other officers... Oh, God, sorry, there's a big hill and I can't breathe. One of the other officers said that I threatened self-harm to control him. Which really like broke me, because what was happening in that situation was I was begging him to stop abusing me, and he wouldn't. And then he said that I was threatening self-harm to try to control him. It was senseless emotional violence, and it was all because they hated me, because I wouldn't do whatever they told me to do blindly. And it sucked. And it ruined my desire to be in a labor union at all for a long time. So I finally got free of that in like mid-April. I'm gonna sit. God, this is a lot of walking. I forgot how much walking there is in this zoo. It's a lot of hills, that's the problem. Oh my God. Okay. So, it was just really, really horrible all around, and I'm out of it, I'm free from it, and I didn't realize how much time, energy, and health that was taking away from me, because now that I'm free, I sometimes have a whole days where I'm like, what do I do? What do I do with myself? Because I don't know anymore. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I spent so little time actually doing union stuff, but I spent so much time helping with labor cases and helping with advocacy for the individual members. And I didn't have like boundaries where I had like off times. My phone was available at any moment of the day or night. I would have like a long laundry list of things I had to do to help whatever people were on labor cases. At one point we had like 25 open labor cases at once, and I had to be involved in all of them. And since the other officer involved with some of them wasn't actually doing that work, he was just trying to like control and commandeer the case while lying about me behind my back. I ended up carrying the brunt of these cases, and one of those people that came out to support me in the main chat was like, "Why are you guys so mean to her?" That person was someone that I helped with the labor case, because the other officer, regional officer, was trying to control all the regional members who had labor cases to then funnel through him so he could be the ultimate savior at the end, so he could be the one to bring them justice. But he was wasting everyone's time and trying to make them all have a case at the same time, when some people, like, they're a single mom, or they're a married mom, but they need money, or like they're being horrifically treated at their job and they need their pay, or they just escaped a bad employer who stole their final wages and now they're also still not getting paid, so they don't have any money, you know, whatever the situation is. We had teachers who couldn't eat food. We had to research food banks for them to use. it was really bad. It was really, really bad conditions. And he was just telling them, oh, just wait a couple more weeks, just wait a couple more weeks. And then no work would be done on the case until I would come into the case chat and remind him to do that work. And then all of a sudden, he would make the phone calls needed to get the cases rolling. But he would always remind everyone that he's a person too, and he's very busy. It's like, yeah, we all are, but you were elected to be an officer, and you want to handle all these cases on your own because you don't want me touching anything you do. So, like, you need to take responsibility and do it. And instead of blaming it on me and saying that he can't do his casework because Allison stopped it from happening, how about you be honest and say that you just haven't done it yet, because there's nothing stopping it, because whatever. But I ended up just going like, no. And I sent some members of the union like a final message where I'm like, hey, I want to keep in contact with you if you want to keep in contact with me. I'm not done doing activism, but I'm going to pause right now, and I'm not going to do labor union stuff for a while. And certainly never again in this union. And other people said same thing. They were like, yeah, no, same, I'm leaving. So like 6 people quit after I left, or around the time that I left. And then several of them are asking for refunds because of like the absolute garbage that have happened in the union. So it's really crazy. And I finally, on Sunday, I gathered everything to give back, and I gave it back, and so I'm finally done with it all. I don't have anything in my house related to the union aside from the stuff that I purchased with my own money that I'll find a way to get rid of on my own. Yeah. Meanwhile, at the same time all this is going on, I'm dealing with a visa issue. I remembered at the last minute, at the end of March, that I need to renew my visa on March 31st. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. And so then I went through a whole rigmarole with that. So, and these are simultaneously happening. This is all going on at the same time. I'm scrambling to try to get my visa stuff figured out. I'm not getting the answers I need. Their system is built in a way that just causes blockages everywhere. It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. It's crazy. It's annoying. It's just, it's infuriating. I'm also sick with a sinus infection at this time, and I still am. I actually need, after this zoo, I'm going to go to the sinus doctor. I have to check my notifications. Who texted me? Okay, someone needs my attention, but that's fine. We'll do that after I film this. So I was like running around having panic attacks, like crying, like losing my absolute marbles because I can't get the one. Oh God, my nose. There's a hair in my nose and it got really itchy. Oh my God. Oh, the wind was like blowing little tiny. Maybe you can even see it. This camera's really good. You can see like individual hairs. They're touching my nose. But like I couldn't get the one bank document that I needed because my ARC, my ID card in Korea expired because the visa renewal process took so long. So my visa technically expired even though immigration gave a grace period. Oh, you can see the hair. It's this one. This is the culprit. Even though immigration gave me a grace period, which is basically where immigration is like, you have until this day to get your documents submitted to us. And you're totally legal to stay until that day. But they didn't give me any documentation saying I was legal to stay. So, like, just raw dogging this visa out here with an expired ID card. That's, like, really dangerous. And then because my ID card was expired, none of the banks would let me have the, there's a bug just floating in the air. Didn't know they could do that. But because I don't have this ID card, the valid ID card, I can't get the bank statement, which is the only document. Oh, God, the only document I needed. So I was struggling with that. So I had to take a screenshot of my online banking thing. But I couldn't get to my online banking on one phone because my ID has expired. And I can't prove who I am to log in on my new phone. And I had to get a new phone because my old phone stopped working. So I'm, like, struggling to get all this. I can't do any of it. I can't get the document because my ID card is expired. I can't get the ID card because I need the document. The only other solution is to take a screenshot of your online banking on your phone and then submit it to immigration. But then I can't get in there because I need my ID card for that. So I'm losing my absolute mind. I'm struggling. screaming, crying, throwing up, all of that jazz, you know. Oh, it's horrible. But I finally finished that whole ordeal. My visa extension was granted. I have until the end of December on this visa. Then I will need to apply for a different type of student visa because I'll continue with the PhD program after this. But by the end of December, I will be the first person in my family to have a master's degree, which is so cool. And then 2 or 3 years later, I'll have a PhD, hopefully. Oh, God, I'm like, I can't breathe. It's another hill. Oh, my God. The flowers are, like, really vibrant, but, like, this hill is killer. But, like, all of this is going on at the same time. Plus, I've still got people that I'm still helping with labor-related stuff because I offer to still help if necessary, but I'm not okay. I'm not doing okay. And that's just... Oh my God, there's a wolf. Hold on. That's like a real wolf. He's walking away, hanging out. Cool. Last time I came to this exhibit, it wasn't out. Hi, baby. Oh, so pretty. I don't know which one that is, but apparently there's a bunch of different wolves in this exhibit. I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that this hill is going to be the death of me. Jesus Louises. Okay. Let's go around to the front of the wolf exhibit because that's how you get out of this track. Okay. I think I'm near some of the big cats. I'm going the opposite way that I went last time I came here. And last time I came here was the first time that I came here, so I truly don't know where I am in time and space. I gotta take a minute. This new camera is really good. You can see all my pores and my bald eyebrows stress. Also, simultaneously, while all this other stuff is going on, guess what else is going on? I have 2 more dogs. I have 4 dogs total. Oh my God, I almost fell. Okay. I have 4 dogs now in my apartment, so that's been crazy. One of them had Giardia, which is an extremely contagious parasite. Mostly contagious for other dogs or cats. So he's got to quarantine away from the other dogs. And so now I have to have like a bunch of disinfectants. I spent a bunch of time doing that. I have to have him in his separate room, so I have to move all my stuff out of that room. So now all my stuff is clogging up the front part of my house. I'm dealing with mold in the front part of my house because, oh my God, a bird just flew right in front of my face. Because there's mold in the front part of my house because it's been really moist lately and the door doesn't seal properly and it's just a whole mess. And also I gotta deal with his vet bills because he's got the stuff. We've gotta go to the vet. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, God. I'm exhausted. Alright, you can see I'm puffy, I'm gaining weight, I'm not digesting well because I'm in a state of fight or flight all the time. It's just been really bad. Oh my God, bamboo. I don't know if I'm supposed to touch that. Sorry if I'm not. I think it's fine. There's not a sign that says something. Fair enough. Alright, more tigers. There's more tigers. This tiger exhibit is pretty cool. Not very cool. They like walk up really close to the glass. Don't go up to the fence. What, you mean this tiny step? Like it's not the big step. I don't know where the tigers are. Probably inside because it's hot. Okay, so one time when I lived in America, I was at my apartment. I think I was moving in to my new apartment, or I had just moved into that neighborhood. And it was really funny because some guy in like a big souped up pickup truck, white guy with like farmer's tan, cut off tank top, bald hat, just like the type of guy that you're like, oh, he's gonna say something offensive. Oh, I don't feel safe with that guy if I'm alone. No, he was really funny. He had an accent. He went, it was really hot outside, and he went, it's hotter than hell's back kitchen out here. And I was like, what on earth are you? Who are you? What kind of fae are you? Because that was the craziest thing. He didn't say hello, didn't say how are you, didn't even say howdy, or yeehaw partner, or whatever people with accents typically say. Just said, it's hotter than hell's back kitchen out here, isn't it? Or something. He was cool and never saw him again. I don't think he was real. I think he was an apparition. I have no idea. Okay, so we have... What is these signs? What are we not supposed to do? No flash photography. Okay. Tapping on the glass and flash photography. I wanted to make sure it didn't say no like talking. I don't want to make the leopards upset. I know I'm not showing very many animals, but there's also not that many animals to show. Well, there's one. But there's people, and I don't want to film them. Can I go this way? Oh God, there's a construction truck. Oh, look at that big blue and white leopard. Oh, well. A girl looked me directly in the face when I said that. Dumb joke. What? Oh, it's definitely. I thought it was like an informational thing. Oh my God. Another truck. What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna go to this one. This one has the label on the water bottle stripped. This one has little guys in it. They're so cute. I'm gonna see if I can show them to you. Let me see where they are. They're over there. They're over there. They're over there. Little guys. This is where they live. I don't know what they are. They're cute. Mongoose, maybe? No, but it's really cute. Focus on the animal, not the dog. I'm going to switch to filming my face because I don't want to accidentally film a bunch of people that don't want to be on camera. So cute. I love these guys. Okay. Oh, I saw this last time and I really liked it. I like that one. I want to go see the red panda. The red panda's the other way, I think. I came up in the middle of this, it's like back arching section of the zoo. There's like a bunch of stuff in the middle, but this is like the back one. And I came up like right in the middle of it, so now I gotta go both ways. Where am I? What's going on? Only the Lord knows now. What? Now that's a mongoose, the one that's covered in construction stuff. I think they're redoing a lot of the exhibits. I hope they are, because they're not cool. And by cool I mean acceptable. Because they're really small. And they're really not well made or suited for the animals that are in them. Like when I came here in the fall, the elephant exhibit was just dirt. Just dirt. And the elephants were skinny and they seemed really sad. There wasn't any water for them to play in. There wasn't even a spot for the water. So it wasn't even oh, it's too cold for the water, it'll freeze. No, it was there's nothing. It just wasn't a good habitat. Here's a tiger. The tiger exhibit is pretty good. I can't see him. He's right there. Focus on the tiger, not the leaves. Can't see it because it's really far. I see it with my eyes, and that's what matters at this moment, because I don't. It's a weird angle anyway. Dude, tigers are big. Tigers are really big. I'm gonna go down the stairs. Hope I don't fall. I probably will. Did my professor text me? No. Okay. Oh, I think he just kind of released us into the world. And is like, do what you will. Around here somewhere, there was like a popcorn chicken place. And they also had like a drink. And the chicken was in like the top part of the drink where the lid would have been. And the straw went through it. It was really, really a cool design. And I want that. I want to eat that, but I don't remember where it was. I know it was by the tigers, but where by the tigers? It might be that one up there, but I think it might have been gone now. Might have been a pop-up or something. I don't know how they do things over here. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I gotta finish this water. Sorry, I was trying to read something in Korean, I don't know what it means. Something about a forest or something, I don't know. Oh my god, a tree root. Death by tree root. Attempted homicide by the tree roots at the Seoul Land Zoo. What is this? Otters. I love otters. Are they out right now? They might not be. It is mighty hot. It's hotter than Hell's Bad Kitchen. But I have talked about the union issues, talked about the visa issues, talked about I talked about a lot of stuff. There's an otter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love otters. Hi, baby. I always wanted an otter. But I don't think they're legal to have as a pet in Korea. And I don't have a water feature in my house because I don't live in The Sims. So instead what I got was a corgi and a dachshund mix. Because that is literally a river otter. Or the sea otter. Just like the worst type of maniacal, diabolical, dubious and devious energy. Plus the sweetest, cutest, most lovely cuddles in the world. And the worst smell. Oh my god, he stinks like butt cheeks. But he's really cute. He's really funny. His name is Shikban. It means bread. So I'll talk about all my dogs now. Because I have 4 of them. I was talking about that. I think this was the place, but I don't think they have them anymore. That's fine. I don't need it. They have like big old sausages on a stick, though. I'm not hungry. I just know I will be hungry and in need of food before I realize it. So I was going to try to get it while I was thinking about it. What is that? What is that? Who is this? Who is this creature? Is it the red panda? No, it's the sun bear. Okay, these sun bears are like the bears that look like a guy in a suit. I can't see it. I don't know where it is. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, they're really weird looking. Their hair is weird looking too. It's a kid with a squeaky toy. It's just a Kia Soul driving. What are those? Not a Soul, a Ray, I guess, whatever. What are those, like, cube cars? Just driving on the walkway in the zoo. Where are you going? How are you driving a brown bear? Let's see if the brown bear's there. I'm kind of looking at the zoo exhibits and kind of just like walking and talking about nothing and everything. Let me see if I can see a brown bear. It's also like, oh, there's one. I don't know if I want to show you because you can't really see it very well though. I think he's scratching. He's right there. That's him. Oh, not that. This guy. Let's see the other one. Should be 2 types in here. I can't see also because there's a wicked glare. Oh, I can't see. Yeah, there's a really bad glare on the glass. But that's fine. fine. I know the red panda is somewhere around here. It's really cute. But I don't know where it is. I'll see it. I'll figure it out. It'll have a billion people in it. Because that's one of the populars. The tigers and the red pandas are really popular here. Sorry. The translation is crazy. Ecology of bear. Okay. Yeah, what is the ecology of bear? Dude, tell me. I can't see. It's not in the what is this one? I don't know, that sign says something in Korean. I don't know what it is. What bear is this? Asian black bear. Okay. Asian gone bear, I think is what it is, because it's not here. It got out. No, just kidding. It might have. The Korean zoos are like not good at keeping the animals inside. You know, probably should keep them in there. I don't know, man. Look at a literal jail. That is the exhibit for the bear. There's an actual jail. Wait till we get to the primates. That is sad. It's sad. It's really sad. Asiatic black bear. Is that the same thing as the Asian black bear? Why is it called two different things? Why do we call it different things? Okay, fair enough. Again, it's the Asiatic gone bear because it's not there. Oh God, my feet hurt. Oh, there's the bird net. Oh, I don't like the birds. I don't like birds. Where am I going? Sloth, crocodile, peacocks. Absolutely not. We're not doing that. Not even a little bit. Sloth, crocodile, and deer. Wow, this is organized in the craziest way possible. What on God's earth are you talking about? You got the sloth and the crocodile and the deer and the bears in the same area. What? What? What do you mean? That's a weird combination of animals. Oh, I can't breathe. Where am I going? Okay, deer are to the right. Saw the crocodile are to the right. Oh, I'm hiccuping and burping, everything. Okay. Reservoir in Grand Park Forest. The actual hell does that mean? What? What? Huh? What? Okay, it's fine. I'm not gonna go there. Because you gotta go up another wicked hill to get there. So I'm not doing it. Oh. My back hurts. That's another thing. I'll talk about the dogs in a minute. I think I injured a muscle in my back. And because of these visa issues, I'm not covered by health insurance. So I can't go get it fixed because I have no money. And I'm not insured. Because they pause your national health insurance when your visa is on hold. So even though I paid for the coverage in April and May, I'm not going to get it. Sorry, I'm very upset about this. I'm going to start yelling. I don't want to get forcibly removed from the Seoul Land Zoo, though, so I'm not going to yell. Anyway, if I wince in pain or suddenly, keel over for a little bit, it's because of my back issues also. I love the translations. Don't go up there. Up there or up there? I go both. Just kidding. No, I'm not going to do either of those things. I don't want to do that. It's a lot of work. Hold on. So now we're not walking towards the sloths and the deer and the crocodiles anymore. We're walking towards the giant anteaters and the llamas. Also, they spelled llama wrong. And where's the crocodiles? Where did they put them? Where are the sloths? This is probably the deer. That's probably why they didn't say anything. That is the birds. That's not the sloth or the crocodiles. This definitely smells like a deer. A hooved animal. That's not a horse. Oh, yeah, stinky. Animal enrichment. Enrichment or witchcraft ritual? You tell me. I certainly don't know. I'm gonna walk on these grates and not film people. Oh my god! There's like a line of deer. Oh my god, I'm falling. I need to figure where I'm going. I'm gonna die. These pits. It doesn't look like it, but there's like a big way down. It's like a pretty deep hole to fall into if you're not paying attention. Okay, now there's no signs. But there's a 3-way split, 4-way split in the road. So, okay, well that's a camel or something. I'm gonna count that as a deer. What? I want to see the sloths. I didn't see the sloths when I was here last time. Those are probably also deer because they're, you can't see where I'm pointing. But basically around the area where I came from. Where's the signs, brother? I need to know where I'm going. Yesterday. What? Huh? What? What is going on? I can't. Oh god, they repainted the roads. It's really bright in the sun. Let me see if I can show you. Okay. Oh, you can't see. You can't. It's glowing. Okay, sloth and crocodile. Back up that way. Girl. Vultures. What? Is that a zoo animal? Okay, no. Okay. Okay. This is really confusing. I'm just gonna go. Capybaras. And anteaters. And some guy I've never seen before. I wonder if that's where they keep all the sloths at. I don't know. We didn't go up here last time. Who is who? Where is where? What is going on? What's that way? What's over there? There's a bridge. And it goes to a big old door into the forest. Oh my god, look at this. Look at the hill. Look at this hill. Look at. Is the anteaters worth it? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna turn around. Man, fuck this zoo. It's on a mountain. Ugh. I don't care anymore. I want to go home and lay down. I have to work in Seoul today. I got 3 hours of sleep last night. Because of the dogs. Okay, let me tell you about the dogs. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. We'll start by the first... We'll start with the time that I got them. And then I'll go through them in age order as well. I'll tell you who's who. First one I got was Buster. He's ironically the youngest. He is baby boy. Big gigantic ears in the side of his head, like a goat. Really skinny, really big looking corgi. A real goofball. The sweetest, most sensitive baby. He has Addison's disease. I'm gonna probably make a video about that. Once I can research more about it, because now that I have more free time and energy, soon I hope, I'm going to try to get more into learning stuff. And then when I learn this stuff, I want to talk about it on YouTube or whatever. Not to be a content creator or anything, just because I want something to do. Okay, sorry. I'm tired of going up these hills. Tired of it and tired from it. Oh my god. That's a big old deer. I don't know what that is called in English. I almost said real life. I don't know what that's called in real life, but it's called a deer in my head. It's a big boy. He's gonna hurt you if he gets you. Oh, there's the vultures. That's crazy. Why? I don't care enough about birds. Well, I care a lot about them, but more as like a how to defend myself from them. I don't like birds. I don't trust birds. They work for the bourgeoisie. That includes vultures. Don't like them. Don't like them. Don't like them. The birds are fascists, except for pigeons and ducks. Because I like them and I vibe very well with them. Speaking of vibing well, Buster, born probably 2018, we're guessing. That's what the vet's best guess is. He's a Welsh Corgi, definitely part Welsh Corgi, potentially mixed with only the Lord knows. Or maybe he's just a funky looking Corgi. The way I describe him is if you drew a Corgi, you poorly drew a Corgi from memory. It's not inaccurate. If you look at him alone, you're like, that's a Welsh Corgi. But then if you look at him next to like a Corgi, you're like, oh, that's not a Welsh Corgi, there's something else in there. And that's true. There's probably something else in there. He's probably not 100% Corgi. He was found on the streets of Incheon, and someone brought him to a city shelter, and he was, I believe, past his euthanasia date, but I had interviewed to get a different Corgi from a shelter, and then 2 people had applied for him at the same time. I was more open to getting a dog that needed more TLC, so the dog shelter called Domo's Friends. I love them. Shout out to Domo's Friends. Besties, thank you so much for giving me the best little dude in my life. They helped me find Buster. Then the next one was Shikbang. He is 9. He's 9 this year. So he was born in whatever year that would be. 9 in 2025. I don't know. I don't know his birthday. I don't know anything about the little dude. I just know that he's definitely a Corgi Dachshund mix. He came from Busan. He was at a horrific dog cafe that I do want to do an expose video about someday, but it's just a lot of work. Now, I want to make it well, so I don't want to do it early on in my, content creation hobby. I don't know. I don't know. I want to do it justice, but I know that if I wait to make it to my own standards, I'll never make it. So I'll figure something out. I don't know. It's just a lot of editing to do, and it's a lot of work, and I don't have the mental or emotional energy to do it right now because of all the other stuff I said so far. But that stuff, most of that's coming to an end, so that's good. So hopefully we'll get started on some more of this stuff. You'll get more details. I'll do something with my time that's not panicking and crying and putting off actually doing stuff that makes me happy. I don't know. So then, Shikbang, I just zoomed down to Busan one day with a student of mine, whose parents actually suggested that we go together. And then we got 2 dogs. We got a Cocker Spaniel, and then we got Shikbang. The Cocker Spaniel was named Simba. Sorry Simba. She had an adopter lined up in Canada and a foster lined up in Seoul. So we were going to take both dogs back to Seoul. One was going to my house and one was going to the foster. We ended up doing it. It took all day. We got home after 2 a.m. It was awful. It was pouring down rain in Busan. It was terrible. It was the first and probably last time I've ever been to Busan. I don't want to go back. That was an awful experience. And if you know me personally, then you know why I also don't like Busan for other reasons. Oh my god. There's a lot of reasons for me to not want to ever go back there. Valid reasons as well. So, yeah, there's that. There's all that. I brought him home. The before and after pictures are stunning. It's really crazy. So I'll probably post this on my Instagram. At some point. No, you know what? This is where I got the chicken from. The chicken and the drink. But it's closed right now. For I don't know what reason. But it was yummy. It was good popcorn chicken. I haven't had like real popcorn chicken in Korea since that, or before that. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my dogs. So Shikbang has some, I think he has canine colitis, but I can't be sure. He definitely has some skin sensitivities. He's definitely been through some trauma. He wasn't microchipped and thus was not registered with the government for 8 years when the dog cafe had him. So that's a crime. God knows if he was ever vaccinated or not. But now I've had him for almost a year. May 5th this year will be the gotcha day. So I'll be posting about that. And then the next dog I got was Yuki. She's the oldest. She's probably 10. So 2015. So Buster's 2018. Shikbang's 2016. Yuki's 2015. Approximately for all of them. I don't know any of their actual birthdays or years, but that's what we've guessed. And then she is a Jindo or Jindo mix, probably more likely. We don't know her health issues. She hasn't been to the vet yet. Got her in December. She's a big sweetheart. She's the only non-corgi dog that I have. And then I have Winter. Winter is 2017. We know this. We know his actual birthday. He was a rehoming situation. Oh, Yuki, they found her on the streets of Jeonju. Just someone found her and then asked for help fostering her, and I just took her in. And then Winter is my newest baby. He is a full corgi, and he is 2017, August 17, 2017, and then is his actual birthday, like for real government birthday. I don't know, I think they got him from a pet store. He was from a family. I got him from a family who was unable to take care of him because of family situations, moving back and forth, job changes, etc. So it was pretty cool. He's a sweetheart. I haven't officially adopted him at this point, but I'm planning on pitching that to the original owners. He's such an angel. He had Giardia. He's the one that was quarantining. He just recently got out of quarantine yesterday, actually, and he is adjusting as well as he possibly could have to the fact that the dogs he was hearing barking are not actually dogs in the house. They're real dogs in my room. So yeah, I have to go potty really badly, and I'm gonna go away from the zoo and go get some food and go hang out at like a cafe or a park or something, do some stuffs. So I will post this video probably today or tomorrow, and no editing, nothing, just gonna be how it is. Alright, see you next time, bye.